Alright, let's see if stuff is working. Check in the YouTube. Check in the YouTube. Alright. Yeah. Alright, Adeptus Titanicus Precept Maniple. Okay. So, I'm going to be trying out different cameras. That's why I'm sort of recording this. Give it a shot. So, we have here the Adeptus Titanicus Precept Maniple Battle Force. Now, I don't play Adeptus Titanicus, but I like the Titans. I think they're super cool, big stompy robot guys. And I don't want one of the really big ones, one of like the 40k scale ones. Even though they're really neat, I don't want one because I don't want to play games it would be part of. I don't want to play that larger scale of games, and I fucking hate resin, especially resin on big shit like that. You're asking for a pain in the ass. So they put this box out, which is pretty much every model except for the new really big one. I think it's called a War Master. This is pretty much every model that they put out. So if you're a person like me that doesn't play Adeptus Titanicus but just wants to try building the robots and painting like some cool robots, this box is a dream. It's like a super dream because it's literally you only actually pay for like half the Titans in this box. And like the rest of them are free, which is bonkers. Because usually Adeptus Titanicus is a little expensive, like all GW things. But we are going to get 2 Warhounds. We get a Reaver, a Warlord, and a Warbringer Nemesis. So I think it's like Scout. Like melee combat guy, big boss guy, and then like a support flyer kind of guy. But lots of neat designs in here, lots of cool stuff. So I picked this up from my local shop because I thought this was going to be a limited edition thing, and I actually missed the pre-order for it. But they actually were able to get one in. So it's really cool. So I guess the GW store will still be keeping this. Which is awesome, because if you want some Titans, this is a really, really cool way to like bulk up an army, I guess. A maniple, I don't know what you call it, a Adeptus Titanicus army. But for me, it's just a really cool way to get one of each, which as like a painter that's buying these to paint and like kit bash and stuff, that this is like a dream box, right? And it's basically like the cost of like this guy and that guy and part of that guy. Like, that's... So you get a ton of stuff for free, which is really cool. And I guess you get some Titan weapon cards. You get some transfers and whatever the hell a command terminal is. I guess that's their equivalent of cards. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. So that's what we got to open today. There's a nice view of all the guys on the back in landscape, which is really cool. You got some nice art of all of them on the front. And there's a shot of each one on the side. So lots of nice art for this. Just pretty darn cool. Now let's get this sucker open. There should be lots and lots and lots of runners in here, which is pretty cool. Tap top. This box is about the size of a Start Collecting box, but honestly I think it contains way more runners than that than a Start Collecting normally would. Oh, that good plastic smell. Let's see, what is... let's open this up before we look at the runners, I guess. Some kind of baggie with instructions and cards and stuff in it. This isn't a like start playing box, so I don't think it contains like basic rules. Plus, my understanding is that the rules for Adeptus Titanicus are pretty crunchy. All right, so let's swap over to the other cam. Wait, no, let's do that one so you can still see my ugly mug. All right, so what do we have here? We have double-sided cards for weapons, I guess. Vulcan Mega Bolter. Ooh, we got a bunch of stuff. Warlord weapon cards. Reaver Titan weapon cards. So I guess you can equip your guys with different guns and stuff. This guy can have the Ariok Titan Power Claw. It's a pretty fucking cool name. This guy can have a Reaver Titan Power Fist. I don't know what weapons they come with. We'll see when we look at the runners. And this is build instructions for that guy. We have build instructions for the doggos. And then we have, what are these? Sorry, my brain is trying to process what the hell these are. I guess these are like play cards. I guess you put different tokens on there. And see how much damage each thing has. What weapons it has, right? So there's a spot there. I guess you put the card there for each weapon. Stuff like that. We got 2 of these for each Warhound Titan, which is really nice. For Weaver Titan and 1 for the Warlord Titan. So yeah, I guess these are like how you keep track of like how much damage you have on each part and stuff. Yeah, because there's like the weapon skill points and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so those are actually pretty cool as far as like a game thing you have to play the game. This is the... Oh, that's cool. There's a different guy on each side. Or I guess a different colored one. That's really cool. He's got the same guns though. This is our instructions for the different battle titans. Looks like lots of possibility. Oh, there's even a painting guide. That's really cool. Wow, look at Legio Furians. That's cool as shit. Legio Griffonicus. Doing white stripes on gray would suck. Legio Mortis. So that's our instructions for that guy. And then this guy also has color instructions. He has a really derpy, dopey helmet. But looks like lots of room for magnets, which is really cool. Alright. So that's all the card stock. You've got, I guess, all the stuff they need to play the game. Minus like a rulebook or whatever. But all the stuff to put these guys into your existing army. So I guess you could buy like this and like maybe one of the smaller starter boxes. And then have like 2 full-size armies, maybe? It'd be pretty cool. I'm assuming that's kind of the intent with this, is it's just sort of like a you're getting started kind of army builder thing. Because having one of each like that, really, that's what that feels like to me. All right, so. This is the part. This is the goods right here. Just goods. So it just occurred to me that I don't know enough to know what robot these runners go to. So That's a thing. That's a real thing. But let's see. We've got one runner, which is like armor, it looks like. We got one, which is a bunch of big guns and some rocket pods and a big knight helmet. We'll take a better look at these close up in a second. Then we've got another one, which is the dopey guy head. He's got a bunch of neat little really small guns on him. And then we have really big body. This is the big body for the big guy, for the warlord. We've got some armor, which I'm assuming is for the dopey faced guy. And we've got these are armors for the little dogs. I do love the little dogs. Ooh, you get a bunch of extra heads. Ooh, I'm gonna stick those on so many things. So many things you're gonna get dog heads. I literally just bought a box of ambots for Necromunda. One of them's totally getting a fucking dog head. Let's see, this is the doggy legs, doggy feet and stuff. At least the doggy bits I can identify. This is a bunch of really cool big old fucking guns. That's a bunch of big fucking guns. This is really cool feet. I think this is actually for the Reaver. That's what that's for. And some more really cool guns. These are the guns for the doggies. Oh, we'll take a better look at those because there's actually options on there, not just what it says that we have. So yeah. Then we got our bases. So it looks like the doggies go on 60s. And then the Nemesis, Warbringer, and the Reaver, I guess, go in these smaller ones. And then the big Titan Warlord goes on this one here. Then we have some transfers in the bottom. There's a lot of transfers in the bottom, actually. Are these all the same? No, these are not the same, which is really cool. So you get a bunch of transfers, I guess, for each model, so that's really neat. So let me move this box aside, and we'll take a close-up look at some of the runners. Look at some cool parts. Whoop-ah. Nope. Whoop-ah. There we go. I showed up. Alright, so this one looks like weapons for the Reaver Titan. So I see the chainsaw hand. And then I see what looks like another big gun and like another little gun. So that's pretty cool. I don't think this guy has any weapon options besides those. So we're still going to magnetize everything. But this is the doggos. So the doggos, they have options. Because there's flamethrower on here. There's Vulcan Mega Bolters. And some kind of plasma weapons too. Like plasma laser guns that are on here. So it looks like they've got options at least. Which is pretty sweet. So, yeah, because I think a lot of like the weird weapons for this stuff, for the Titanicus stuff is like separate upgrade sprues. So, this is... You know, I really should look at the freaking box. Maybe that would help. Okay, this is... It didn't help. This is the feet, I think, for the Reaver? I think this is the Reaver. Yeah, pretty sure this is the Reaver. So, we got really cool feet, though. They're really, really neat with, like, the 3 toes in the front and 1 in the back. That's super cool. I actually customized one of my Imperial Knights to do that. Without knowing this guy did it, which is really cool. What do we have here? We've got a bunch of big guns. This is the guns for the Nemesis Warbringer. Because he's got this big gun here, which I think is the gun on his back. And then a bunch of, like, he's got little pew-pew guns on each side. which is pretty cool. And let's see what we got here. We got doggy bits. So these are the doggy legs and bodies. I like the doggies. They're one of the reasons that motivated me to get this. Because, I mean, it's like $60 to get 2 doggies. Or I could have just spent, like, slightly more and got everything. So that's what I did. So that's pretty cool. So that's the doggy bits. This is armors. So armor with a big evil eye there. Is that like the Eye of Horus maybe? It's pretty cool. This is armors. Is this armors for the doggies? This might be armors for the doggies. I don't know. But you got some armors. You got a bunch of choices, right? Which is really neat with the armors. Because, like, I don't think you have to... You can build them with or without the sigil, it looks like. Which is really cool. Like, I think this is probably the same piece, and one has a sigil on it and one doesn't. That's pretty neat. Alright, this is doggy armor. Okay, so we actually get 2 extra doggy heads, which is really cool. And again, it looks like we have an option of, like, sigilless or ones with sigils. So I guess it's supposed to be, like, Imperial or Heretic, because this looks a little chaos. That's got the Eye of Horus on it. And then these, I guess, are supposed to be the 2 Imperial ones. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it looks like you can theme a lot of the armor based on, like, 'cause this has a lot of filigree, and, like, these up here don't, and they're the same piece. So yeah, that's really cool. Armor pieces like that are really neat and give a lot of nice options. Yeah, we see that again here. See, like, this one's got the Eye of Horus, this one doesn't. So, more options here. I think this is stuff for the Nemesis Warbringer, looking at the shape. Pretty cool. This is... Oh, let me move the stack of runners because it's getting in the way. This is part of the Warlord Titan. So there's some of his body, some of the back stuff, like little pistons or gangplank. I love all the little entry guns. They're really cool. You know, like things like there. That's really neat. Let's see how big his feet are. They're pretty big. They're not Imperial Knight big, but they're pretty big. You can see his body. Alright. Does look like there's lots of room here and there for magnets. I don't know if that's a piece that we'd want to magnet. I think that might actually be the knee, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. It's like, watch a noob talk about robots he doesn't know anything about. Ooh, this one's cool. Yeah, look at those feet. Yeah, this has to be for the Nemesis. So it means the other ones are for the Reaver. Yeah, they're really cool. Look at those feet. And then, yeah, because there's the stupid derpy helmet. Do not like the face on this thing. On the Nemesis Warbringer. It's just so derpy looking. But he's got a ton of crazy detail. Little pistons, little deck guns, railings. Just, wow, look at that. Look at, like, the portal to get into it there. Just so much stuff. So actually thinking, like, not putting the gun on this one and basically turning it into a platform for, what's her name? Judith Uruta, I think her name is. She's like a sister battle character. Well, that might be kind of cool. Having her, like, ride on the top of the robot instead. It wouldn't be just, like, that scale. It would be 40k scale. So it'd be like the size of a dreadnought, but I still be pretty cool thought. Alright, so this is the weapons for the big boy. We got his big guns here. We got his helmet. Ooh, we have helmet options for him in that fancy. Look at that. We got his rocket pods. Yeah, so it looks like he's got 4 big rocket pods. No, 2 big rocket pods. Yeah, because there's one there, and then there's one on the 2 opposite corners. So 4 big rocket pods, 2 big laser guns, But we do have some head options, which is really nice. And then this must be the rest of his armor. Yeah, it's got to be the rest of his armor. Some cool little details in there, though. Look at the little hatch there to get in. That's really neat. And again, we have some bunch of alternate pieces. You know, do you want the blank one? Do you want the one with the Eye of the Horus? Or do you want the one with the, like, I don't know, Imperium fascist-y looking sword thing? But yeah, really cool. And then you got little tilt shields there as well. But yeah, super cool there. So let's see how many it is. It's 2 big runners, 4 big runners. So 4 big runners, and then they fit a lot of shit in this box. So 2, 4, 6, 8 little runners. So it's a lot of stuff in this box. A lot of stuff in this box. If you were looking to get into Adeptus Titanicus, it would give you a lot of options. I don't know how you build lists in Adeptus Titanicus, but if it works like other Warhammer, this will give you a shit ton of options. For me, these are just for the fun of painting them because I like fucking robots. Robots are cool. Because I'm going to definitely want to kit bash some of these and turn them into other stuff. So I will probably not be playing Adeptus Titanicus with them because I'm just not super interested in that game at all. But going to build them up, make some cool stuff. Switching mods and bits out. I do like the idea of using some of these, maybe converting them into vehicles and stuff for the Sisters of Battle. I think that would be kind of cool. You know, because you could take that gun off and then put a pilot right at the top. Maybe take the head off and have like a Repentia like chained there, like it's one of those mortifier things. Be pretty cool. Yeah, be pretty darn cool. But yeah, I'll work on playing around with these. This isn't like any project that I'm in a rush to complete. These are just sort of fun. I want to build a robot kind of thing, and I don't want to, you know, this whole box is about the cost of Imperial Knight, slightly over. With discounts and stuff, I got it for about the cost of an Imperial Knight, you know. So it'll be a fun, just like I feel like building a robot kind of project. Or, you know, maybe I want to use something for a conversion kind of thing, right? Like, this isn't something I'm going to rush to build to get playing with it. But just for fun, just for the love of modeling and building big stompy robots. But that was my unboxing and showing off what's in the Precept Maniple Battle Force and not knowing what half of it is. So hopefully you found a noob opening the sucker up interesting. You know, from someone that has never played Titanicus or anything. So hopefully that was kind of cool. Watching me be like, what part of the robot is this? Might have been amusing or something. Not sure. Maybe, hopefully, possibly. But yeah, so that's it for me talking about them robots. And now I'm going to go have some of the dinners. And I hope everybody has a good evening. And